Hi, this video is for my freshman level students, and I'm just going to briefly go over what we're doing this week in class. All right, so if you go to our course page, right, you go to the home page, you go to modules. Now, if you look up at the top, the very first module where we usually take our daily attendance surveys, you'll notice that there is a new page here for the reading and math STAR tests. All right, it's really important that you guys take both the reading and math tests by clicking this link. Okay, this page will open up. All of the instructions that you need to take the test are right here in order. What you'll do is you'll click this link. Okay. It'll take you to the Renaissance Learning sign-in page. Because you're a student, you will select I am a student. For your username, you will use your 6-digit identification number, and then for your password, it's just going to be all lowercase AHS. All right, and so you'll log in. Okay, it might ask you some more questions. It might ask you, if you're taking this test at home or if you're taking this test at school, please answer honestly. It might also ask you for a monitor password. Now, if you get that error message, if a monitor password shows up, I also have that listed in the instructions. Okay, the password is just lowercase admin, and if you type that in, you should be able to continue with your test. But I do need you to take it for both reading and for math. Okay, when you log in, you should see these two buttons up at the top of the page. You'll take each one. And it's really important that you do this. It gives your teachers some valuable information as to how you're learning, how well you're progressing, and what we need to change about what we're teaching you. So, even though this won't be reflected in the grade book, it's still very important that you try your best. All right, so when you're done with that, okay, you'll see that you have a new module available to you. Okay, we're going to start our Greek and Roman mythology unit. This is really exciting because we're going to learn about the heroic epic, about Odysseus, not Homer's Iliad. We'll be listening to Homer's Odyssey. Of course, he also wrote the Iliad, and we'll be talking about that as well. But primarily, we'll be focusing on his work, the Odyssey. Bumbling and stumbling there a little bit. Please forgive me. But anyways, if you go to your modules page, okay, and you scroll down and you look for Module 7, okay, you'll see the first lesson is now available to you. And this is just a foundational lesson. This is going to be a lesson where we learn about the Greek and Roman myth basics. All right, and so if you go to the first page, this is the introduction. This is where, I introduce to you our learning goals. Okay, we're going to learn about myth, oral narratives. We're going to be able to support claims with evidence, and we'll be able to summarize literature. These are our learning goals, our California Common Core state standards, our ELE state standards. All this stuff is listed here for your information. Now, if you go to the next page, you'll see the essential question that is going to be motivating our first lesson. What is myth? And so we're going to learn about mythology. And we are going to narrow down our focus just on Greek and Roman mythology. Okay, there are several different types of mythology around the whole world. And, I wish I could talk about it more. And if you guys have me again in your junior year, we will talk a lot about Native American mythology. But this year, this is what we're going to be focusing on. But it's really interesting and it's really fascinating. And Greek and Roman mythology, it plays a big role in popular culture. Okay, you may have seen examples of it already with Harry Potter or the Percy Jackson movies. So I think you guys would be surprised how much of this stuff you already know. And so in class, it's much better if you attend class for this lecture. But we'll be talking about the Greek and Roman goddesses. All right. And this document right here, you don't have to turn it in. It's not going to be graded. However, it is a valuable resource that you should use anyways. Okay, this goes along with the PowerPoint presentation up here. And so you can just fill this out as you go along. And folks, you're going to remember this information much better if you write it down. You know what? In fact, I encourage you guys to just take that paper and print it and write things down by hand, because studies show, okay, you're going to retain information a lot better if you write it out. But, of course, you don't have to. It's up to you. You guys choose your own destiny. All right. So after we learn about the Greek and Roman gods and goddesses, we're going to learn a little bit more about ways of reading mythology. Okay, and I don't think I'll be able to go over this right now, but if you aren't able to make it to our Zoom calls, please, peruse these slides. Okay, we learned some very important terms. A lot of important definitions are being made here. Some important stuff to know as we move forward before we start listening to the Odyssey. And then the last page, we are going to watch a crash course video on mythology. Okay, and it specifically asks, what is myth? Now, this you do need to turn in. This will be graded. This is a set of notes that kind of follows the Cornell-style note-taking method. So what you'll do is you'll just fill in the blanks here in this chart. Okay, it asks questions and makes points in the first column. All right, what are the reasons studying mythology can be confusing? Okay, you would write that down in this box. Okay, the difference between myths as truth and myths as stories. Okay, you're going to write that down right here as well. And you will just fill out this document and turn it in by clicking the blue button up here at the top. It should look like this. Click Submit Assignment, and you'll be able to turn it in. Okay, of course, I have all these documents available to you on Google Classroom if for some reason you can't get it to work for you on Canvas. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, or concerns, please reach out to me and ask me through email. And we're going to be talking about a lot of heavy stuff this week. And so, if you can make it to our Zoom calls, you don't want to miss it. Try your best not to miss it this week because you might miss out on something very important. All right, so thank you so much for watching. That's what we're doing this week. Take care of yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you guys in class. Bye.